Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm teacher Casey, and today I am here with Robert. How you doing, Robert?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. So I want to give a quick shout out. We have Rebecca F. Online Teaching is here. Hey, Rebecca, thanks for coming. Kid free and shopping by yourself. Wow. How did you manage that one? And Mary, thanks for coming. Oh, you have your boys home. Yay, I'm glad he's home and making breakfast. Yum.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Hmm.
I was gonna say I'm here at the shop, but even got one of my children here. So
Oh, that's great. It's a children kind of day
yeah.
today.
Well, for us here at our adventure center, it's that's one of the things it's all about, with our kids, and they work with us and in doing all of this. I mean, they were the ones that helped us build the business right along with everything else.
That's great. And I think you and Mary will have a lot in common because she did homeschooling or unschooling
Ah,
with
yes.
her boys. So she did a lot of that. So I think she's going to enjoy your story as well. But all right, let's get right into it.
Mhm.
So I I'm excited to hear more about this because t- really quick, I met him at like a vendor fair. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, I
Right?
think it was it the Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee? I think was
I
where
don't
we was it there?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
It was in my neighborhood. Yeah, and they invite a lot of people that have different things in the community and I met him and I was like, "Hey, this is
Oh,
great." And we met through a friend of mine, an author that's on my channel as well. And
yeah.
so I asked him to come on my channel and talk to you all about his amazing adventures that he's got
Ah,
going
yeah.
on too.
Yes, yeah. I think the name really fits. It's been quite an adventure here with all we've done and are doing and having
So,
fun with.
yeah, could you start by telling us the story behind Elduets Adventures and Events? What inspired you to create this unique blend of fun, education, and culture?
Oh, well, I will try to keep it to the short version of less than an hour. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. No,
We have had some
no,
go 2 hours on this channel, but we're not planning that anymore.
no. I know as my wife says, I have to try not to be too wordy, but
Oh,
it
funny.
is a long road spans the past a quarter of a century,
Wow.
and then some. But yeah, I'll try to keep it to as short a version as possible. And if you want me to expand, I will be happy to.
Okay.
Uh, well, what we currently have, as I'm sitting in right here, is our international gift store, Elduets Treasures of the World,
Mhm.
which is actually a revival of one we had uh, over 12 years ago,
Oh, wow.
which we started. It was inspired by when I was stationed overseas in our travels, when I was stationed with the Army.
Mhm.
And we made connections in all these different countries where we could get a lot of the local items, and we sent them back as gifts, and we got requests for more, and then people
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, I would pay you if you could send me some of those things."
Right.
Things that you can't find here in the U.S. I mean, of course, obviously you can find wind chimes. These are actually U.S. made wind chimes,
Oh,
some of the
okay.
best quality we've ever found. So it's funny. I'm talking internationally, and there's a U.S. made item right behind me.
We get it. All good.
But we're proud to do both.
Hmm.
But anyways, yeah, that was the original inspiration, and I realized there was a market for all of these unusual, mostly handmade goods. And so when we came back, we opened a gift store, bringing together these works from all over the world, as well as representing local artists. That's something we did significantly when we first started, and we're doing again too, bringing in local artists. I'm networking with a lot of local artists. We've got a couple in here already, and we have more in the works. Several of them are like, "Hey, I'm kind of swamped with Christmas things," but a lot of them that have said, "Hey, let's follow up after the first of the year and get our heads around working
Right.
together." Uh, so yeah, that was something we did for a while, and then when my wife was pregnant with our fourth child, and I had other business developing as well, uh, we decided it was time to step away from brick and mortar for a few years. And
Mhm.
now we just reopened this part, but it's also integrated with our event business, which was inspired by when we started a farm 10 years ago. almost immediately people started asking, hey, can you bring your animals to my kid's birthday party? We'd love to have them in our church play. Could you
Yeah.
bring them to our school? We'd love to have our kids get to see real farm animals and learn about them. And again, it was something I didn't plan for it, but it literally just was thrown on me happily.
Right.
We were thrilled to do it and realized there was a market for that as well. And so, I just gradually developed a more formal plan so that it was sustainable.
Yeah.
And so we've developed that. And then after a couple of years, I was like, hey, this is great with the animals. People are learning, growing, and getting out, connecting with nature and their food supply
Mm.
and learning a lot. And I was like, let's expand. And so we look for other activities. And so we've added gem mining.
I love gem mining.
Oh yeah, that the animals and the gem mining are the two favorite activities. I mean,
Really?
people love all our activities, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely those are the two that get the most requests. And when we go to public events, they get the most activity,
Yeah.
the most response. But we also have a 9-hole miniature golf course. Yes,
Mhm.
mobile. So,
I saw it on
and
your website. That's so cool.
yeah, and an escape room and uh, uh, where we also have a gel blaster shooting alley, which I mean, we can elaborate more on what those are, but
Yeah.
it's a different kind of fun there as well. That's
Right.
good for all ages, not just older ones.
Right.
That's we have little kids that have fun with that too. I mean, if
Mhm.
they're old enough to hold something, they have fun with it. I have like three
Yeah.
and 4 year olds that get out there and do that. Uh, but it's much safer than
Mhm.
some similar options.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, it's just continued to grow from there. But we've been doing that mobile for years, and now just within the past few weeks, we've had the opportunity to bring all of this under one roof,
Yay.
be able to have a full-time operation where we're not just dependent. Because a lot of people are like, where can I find you? Where can I find you? And
Right.
I'm like, okay, look for our upcoming events. Well,
Yeah.
now you can find us all the time at our new location. And
Yeah.
we're continuing to grow, having a physical storefront or a kind of a brick and mortar building. It's
Yeah.
giving us a lot more opportunity to expand and offer more options, work
Hmm.
with more people, like the adding local artists and that too, which was something that
Right.
was not practical for us when we were strictly mobile.
Right. Mary said, "Can I come? Sounds amazing." Yeah, you're supposed to come visit me sometime anyway. Rebecca said, "Sounds so fun." I know. I want to try an escape room. I love escape rooms. You
Oh
have
man.
like designed for families, right?
Yes, yeah, it's one. We have one right now,
Okay.
and it's actually great for people who have never done one. If you want to try out an escape room,
Yeah.
because ours is a mobile, but we'll have it set up here
Hmm.
where it's smaller. It's scaled down to be mobile,
Right.
so it is smaller. It's shorter. It costs a lot less than other than the bigger
Right.
ones. So if you want an intro to an escape room, this is the perfect one because in all ways, shall we say, it gets you a chance to try because it's just like the big ones, just
Hmm.
smaller and simpler. Simpler in the sense of there just aren't as many puzzles. So, if you're not sure and you're like, I don't know if I want to commit to like an hour and the cost of those,
Yeah.
then yeah, this is great to try it out and be like, okay, I love it. I want to try the bigger
Mhm.
ones. Or I'm like, I'm glad I tried a small one first. I mean, it's not for everybody, but
Right.
it gives you a good chance with, like I said, with less commitment
Right.
to get to know if it's something you really enjoy.
Yeah, we love them. You should try them as a family. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Some I find it interesting. Like I have one child, you guys know who you are. I have one that is like puzzles and he wants to do it all. And then my other one's like, okay, I'll give it a try. And so it's fun to watch your kids interact, or like
Mhm.
now we have a bigger family that goes, and it's fun to see who does what and what input everybody has. But there's usually something for everybody in those rooms, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
love them.
it's great for the dynamic interaction too.
Mhm.
And it's like you said, if someone wants to be real active and someone just wants to kind of sit on the sideline, kind of watch and maybe give a
Right.
little verbal input, it's okay because it allows for that. Oh,
Yeah.
and I know you said about like I think you said about as far as like family friendliness and that.
Mhm.
Just to let everybody know, the one that we have, it is an Egyptian tomb theme.
Okay.
but it's not too scary for the kids. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, we have like preschoolers, elementary kids that go through. I will tell you, it's too tough for them to do on their own. It is
Right.
designed to be a challenging one. It's kind of an adult level as far as complexity,
Hmm.
a base adult level. But
Right.
it's not like designed to be impossible,
Yeah.
but it is difficult. I'm sorry, one second. Hi. Uh, what can I help you with?
So, Mary and Rebecca, you guys like escape rooms?
Oh,
Put it in the
yes,
chat
yes.
box.
I'm sorry. I'm actually doing a live interview at the moment. No, we just actually this is big news. Um, our sign for our store is about to be put up. So yeah, you get to
Yes.
hear. You all are literally the first ones to get the announcement that our sign is going in today.
Woohoo! On my channel.
uh, yeah,
You
and
need us to hold on?
if you don't mind, I'm sorry
Nope.
because the truck is actually in the way. So I apologize for the interruption. Um, I'm just going to
Not a
move
problem.
that real quick and I will be right back. I'm just
Not a
going to leave it right
problem.
here. You all can scan. I know it's real small, but you can
That's
scan that.
super
I'm going to
cute.
move. Yeah, you can see a little bit
Okay.
of our store there. And I will be
Great.
right back in just a moment.
Okay. So let us know in the chat box below. Do you like escape rooms? Would you want to try the gem mining? I have gone and paid quite a bit of money at like the the adventure, what do you call it? Like Tampa, like Busch Gardens and things like that. I have paid for the gem mining there because I just love trying to find the treasures in there and things like that. So that is one thing I've always liked. I actually have a rock collection too. Um, so that is kind of up my alley. Of course, animals, I'm all about going to see those animals. And I have seen them before when he's brought them to our community events. Um, so I'm really excited to go down and check out his store. We have not been there yet. Oh, so fun. How about a mobile one? I have never heard, sorry, I've never heard of a mobile one that drives to you and sets up. I think that would be great for a party and things. Rebecca said, I remember going gold dust mining with my uncle when I was a kid. Oh, that's so cool. Mary, sitting down to eat now, but we'll do. Oh, thank you for coming, Mary. You're always so supportive. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, so I've always liked that kind of thing too. We're just
Okay,
talking
thank
in
you so much. I'm sorry for the
the
interruption. I did not know they were coming this morning. Uh, just as a thought, impromptu thought, do you want to go out and see the sign going in?
Sure. We were just
Okay.
talking about escape rooms and gem mining in the chat box.
Okay, okay. I know they're just kind of unloading it at the moment, so maybe in a
Yeah,
minute we'll go out there and just
super fun.
like that. I know we don't need to watch the whole process, but I
So,
do want people to see our sign so that you can know what to look for.
yeah. All right, and how about we talk about the name of your business first while they're getting that ready. So, how did you come up with it, and what does the meaning God's harmony and working together mean to your mission? Sorry, my Boston sometimes does not let those R's come out correctly.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, no, it's great. It is a real interesting story. The
Hmm.
the origin of the name itself is actually very simplistic. I mean, we just wanted something. Initial thought was we wanted something that was interesting, something unique. That when people hear that name, they're not going to confuse it with other similar businesses. So it would be something that would distinguish us. But the name Elduets, it's literally just our family name backwards. Our name is Stoidel. As
Okay.
you look at it, just reverse it. Uh, it's of German origin,
Oh.
and so truthfully, I can't take credit for a lot of deep meaning other than it tying into our family name.
Mhm.
But what happened was because I do study a lot of different languages. I mean, I'm only fluent in two, but uh,
I love
near
languages too.
what's that?
I love languages too. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
so good at studying them, but I like to practice.
Yeah. I find it is a lot of things like languages. I find it fascinating the linguistics. I mean, I have studied a little bit about linguistics and
Wow.
pronunciations and that. So a lot of that fascinates me. Uh, but yeah, at one point when I was reading some Hebrew, uh, I literally ran across our company name in the writing, and I said it. I just had never connected it. Uh,
Right.
where I actually saw in the Hebrew El Duet, and
Mhm.
I'm like, wait, that's
Wait
the
a
company name.
minute.
And of course, the translation, as you said, is God's harmony and working together. And that wasn't until a couple of years after we had formed the company.
That's great.
Initially, I had our gift store and had been using the name, and I was like, oh wow, that, I didn't mean to, but it's a really
Hmm.
cool name because, especially in the gift store, it's about harmony and bringing together all of these different cultures from around the world,
Yeah.
local and abroad, under one roof,
Hmm.
all harmoniously here, and sharing that with everyone. And so, yeah, it was a completely unintended meaning, but yeah, I was like, wow, that just adds so much more depth to
Yeah.
the concept of our what we do, and of
Hmm.
course, incorporating the activities that just it fits right in there as well. All developing harmony, even in just the relationships of friends and family getting together and doing fun things
Hmm.
and interacting.
Love it. Rebecca said, so exciting to see the sign being put in soon. Serendipitous timing.
Yes, yes, that's amazing. In fact, I'd actually thought
That's
about
so
doing
cool.
a live anyways about the sign being installed. I'm glancing out there. Yeah, they're still doing some of the unloading. It maybe a
Yeah.
little bit before there's something to see going up, but
Yeah. Well, let me know if you need to go.
oh no, I think they're all set. I
Okay.
mean, they've got their instructions. They know what's
Okay.
going
I
on.
don't
I mean,
want you to miss out on your live.
yeah, yeah, I know. That's it. Well, I definitely do want to incorporate it a little bit because I did
Yeah.
want to record it going up, and I was
Okay.
like, yeah, I was going to do it for ours, but
All
yeah,
right.
I'll be happy to do
Great.
it for you here, and then we'll share it to our page.
All right. Oh, yeah, we can cut it. All right. So let's get through a couple of questions. So just in case you do need to go, we can let you go.
Mhm.
But um, so we were talking about this a little bit while you stepped away, but you have such a variety of activities, the gem mining, the gel blasters. You said your most popular ones were the
The
mining.
gem mine, the gem
Hmm.
mining, and the animals.
Good. Why do you think families love it so much?
Because kids get to play in the dirt. No, no, but seriously, I mean that certainly is. I think that's a fun factor.
Hmm.
Is that? But really, more seriously, I think it's just the fascination with what the treasure hunting, the
You find,
digging.
yes.
Not so much the getting dirty part, because actually it's funny. I mean, I see some, and I want to be careful to not sound offensive to any of the children who like to stay clean, because
Right.
but you see them, it's like it's
Hmm.
fun to see some of them that are like, I don't want to get dirty, but I really want to dig in and
Yeah.
find the
Oh,
treasures. And
so
especially
cute.
too, it's fun to see some of the parents who are concerned about all the splashing in mud and that. And
Yeah.
it really, most people, I mean, every child is different how they get involved. Most of them, they still stay pretty clean, except for the hands themselves, and
Right.
maybe if their sleeves run in. So it's like, okay, pull the sleeves up and you're pretty much being
Yeah.
easy clean. But I mean, it's fun just getting your hands in the dirt. I mean, there is that, just that nature, connecting with nature, even if it's nothing more than putting your hands just in real dirt.
Yeah.
There's a therapeutic benefit to that, but it's also the exploring, the finding. I mean, they're going in there, they're finding things that they get to keep.
Yeah.
Whether we have things like gemstones, fossils with shark's teeth,
Oh,
arrowheads, seashells. So they're finding real
yeah.
things that they get to take home and they get to have and show, hey, I found this.
Yeah.
And it's also, for me as a parent too, one of the most rewarding things about the gem mining itself
Hmm.
is when I see kids, and of course I'm putting it into my parental terms,
Yeah.
the kids are saying there, Mom, Dad, please let me study, let me learn. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, they don't put it like that, but that's what I see as a parent. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, begging to learn and
Yeah.
having fun doing it.
I
Uh,
love when my niece was taking one out and she was like comparing it to the paper of what it might be. And yeah, I
yeah,
love that. Super cool.
learning just, and it develops skills too, like just the analytical skills.
Hmm.
Because the kids are there, and parents too, and grandparents and friends, they're all there. They're like learning to actually tell the difference. Some are
Hmm.
more glassy, some are more dull, some are, they're different colors, and learning to analyze that. So it's like there are real life skills developing in this simple fun.
Hmm.
And yeah, and so yeah, I mean, it's just it covers so many aspects of
Yeah.
just expanding one's mind, but they're enjoying doing it. I mean, like I said,
Mhm.
they're literally, the kids are begging to do it. And me as a parent, that probably is the most rewarding thing I see every day when we
Yeah.
have these activities go on. I mean, there are a couple other very rewarding things too in that,
Mhm.
but I think that's probably my biggest personal reward
Mhm.
is seeing that desire to learn and
Yeah.
having fun doing it.
Yeah. I love when learning is disguised as something fun. They don't even know that they're learning all these things. And so, can you tell us about the gel blasters? I
Sure,
haven't
sure.
tried those.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing to just connect in principle is thinking like airsoft or paintball,
Yeah.
but it's safer and costs less.
Nice.
Because what they are, instead of being like they're about the size of airsoft BBs,
Hmm.
but instead of being like this hard plastic that'll leave welts if you get shot from even a distance,
Yeah.
they're actually like little gel pellets. They're
Eats.
90% water. So if you get shot up close, they will sting, but it's a sting. And you might, uh, I mean, we've been shot literally at point blank range. We have rules against that, but
You
certain
gotta try
children
it.
in the family still get a little ambitious. I'm still keeping an eye out to see when I see the sign starting to go up.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I mean that's the thing is they disintegrate on impact,
Hmm.
and they're biodegradable, they're non-toxic, and they don't stain too. So I
Oh,
know
nice.
that's one issue a lot of people have with paintball is a lot of
Yeah.
paints they'll wash out, but they still leave marks that have to be
Right.
cleaned. These, yeah, there's no mess, and because they're non-toxic and biodegradable, they don't bioaccumulate in the environment, so they're safe to use outside. I mean, we have used them inside too, and it's easy. It's relatively easy cleanup. I mean, basically, it's a powder when it's done,
Oh,
when it
okay.
dries up, and outside, for the most part, within hours, there's almost no sign it was ever there,
Okay.
and within a short time after that, it all goes away.
Yeah.
And I mean, naturally, it's not like it's toxins going into the environment. Like I said, I will tell you because I know a lot of parents and others are concerned about that too, the environmental
Yeah.
impact and cleanup.
Right.
I will tell you, I actually grilled the gel plaster company before I would carry it because
Yeah.
I thought of this. I mean, I was thinking of even like our own farm that we raise everything as naturally as possible. I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not putting toxins into my ground because that's the whole point of us having our farm
Right.
is not just freshness, but clean.
Hmm.
And so I actually looked at some of the scientific research and that to know that, hey, this, to see the studies that were showing that this does break down and that it's non-poisonous. And
Yeah.
so, it's like we tell people, if you get shot in the mouth and it'll sting, but it's not like you have to call the poison control center.
Right.
Like, okay, drink some water. We'll be good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, of course, as I tell people too, it's, let me do my legal part there. I wouldn't discourage you from if you want to check. Like,
The
sorry,
disclaimer
got to
for
make sure
today
I don't have some.
is
Yeah, I have to
don't
make
eat
sure
the
I don't have.
beads.
Yeah, I don't have to have some attorney come back later and use my words against me here
Right.
indiscriminately.
So one of my favorite things is also the animal encounters.
Yeah.
So what animals do you have? And can you tell us about the animals you have now and the role that they play in your events?
Yes, yeah, we have the ones that we will commonly take to events are
Hmm.
donkeys, goats, rabbits, chickens, ducks. We also some we don't take as often, but we also have our turkeys, guinea fowl. Uh, we have in the past taken pigs.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I think I'm remembering all the ones that we have. We
Did
do
you have
also have cows. They
a
don't
cow?
go
That's
to.
what I was gonna ask you. Yeah.
Yeah, we have some of the highlands too.
I
Those for
love
those who know the highlands.
I
Yeah,
just
they.
put a book out for Highland cows. I
Uh,
think they're so cute. I should have came and took pictures of your cows for my book.
yeah, yeah.
All right, let's see. Do you still have some time?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what time it is. I'm like, sorry, let me check. Oh yeah, I got time.
Okay.
Uh, oh yeah, let me glance over. Yeah, they're still getting the equipment set up. So.
All right. Here's a good question. I'm sure lots want to know. So, as a family-owned business, how do you
Mhm.
connect with and support your local community?
Oh yeah, that's a big one, and yeah, you'll excuse me if if I get a little emotional about this, I know, as I warned you, Casey, before we started, I'm like, I don't know, because it's a big part of my heart with this, about how we connect with the community, because of course our whole business was started on, almost unintentionally, in connecting with the community with the resources we had,
Yeah.
or we have. Um, but yeah, I mean, first and probably the most apparent is the educational outreach, because we take our animals and other activities to schools, churches, I mean, birthday parties. We've gone to office events. But yeah, I mean, we started with those schools and churches, and I've made it a point in my mind to make sure that as best as we can, we never disconnect from that.
Yeah.
Uh, it first in the educational point, because pretty much that's all we had the resources to use at first. I mean, and now that we've opened our adventure center here, it opens a lot more options. I mean, we have done in the past. We participated in fundraisers. Of course, the awareness of different things. I know even in here, I've already been in contact. Like I said, a lot is in development for the facility
Right.
itself, because we've literally only been here a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I know I've already been in contact with people at the Veterans Administration to
Mhm.
help with veterans issues. I'm not at liberty to necessarily talk specifics at
Right.
that some of that will be public, but once we have
Mhm.
to get everything worked out
Iron
first.
out a
But
few things.
yeah. But I mean, we've been in communication about that. We want to do like a lot of STEM activities, both here on
Mm.
site, as we have been going to schools.
Did you know I was a STEM teacher?
I think I remember that you were a teacher, but I don't know that
Yeah.
we've gotten in depth
I
about talking
specifically
about your
taught STEM
background.
too. I love it. I love all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Or I guess we should say, sorry, more pro. I'm still getting used to STEAM too, which includes the art,
Yes.
which of course here art is probably the biggest aspect, but
Yes.
there's still also the science and some technology and
Yeah.
math too. Those things. So yeah, I mean those. I know we want to use this facility to really help the community, and
Right.
a lot of it's in development. So
Mhm.
like I said, already talked with the VA, been started
Great.
communications with different schools, uh, churches as well. I've got some ideas with some other community. Actually, one of our, even in fact, again, we're in the talk part, which should be
Yeah.
taking effect in the next couple of weeks, as soon as we can connect. But I've been in talk with at least one local nonprofit, where we're going to actually help promote the nonprofit organization here and help them with some fundraising as well, and
Great.
awareness as well. Uh, so yeah, it's so much of that it's in development, but yeah, that is, what we want to make use of this here too,
Yeah.
to do that outreach.
Neat. I love it. Let's see. We talked about that.
Oh, if I
So,
could say one thing,
yeah.
and I know this is a risky announcement, but
Uh-oh.
but this is what we're about. I will say, as long as people can understand our limited resources, I am always open to new ideas too. So,
Oh,
uh, if somebody who's watching has a thought about how we might be able to, be aware I can only do so much,
yeah.
but I'm always open to hearing things. So,
Great.
sometimes it's as much being able to connect with people as it is actually doing it is the issue.
Right.
But we want to do what we can in the area.
Yeah.
So,
Super fun. Oh, I got lots of, no, just kidding.
yeah. Hey, that's it. It's as long as people understand, if they come to me, realize I can only process and do so much,
Yeah.
but it's we we can't do anything if someone doesn't present the idea.
Yeah. I
Yeah. As
agree.
long as people can, like I said, just be understanding.
Mhm. So you have such a diverse business. You have the store, you have the animals and the events. It's got to be so challenging, but what are some of your most rewarding moments on this journey so far?
So much. Uh, and like I said, I think, probably the first one that comes to mind is seeing the kids,
Yeah.
when they get excited about learning.
Hmm.
I think that is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Um, some of the other big rewards, uh, like I said, to some just because of privacy and certain things in discussion. Uh,
Right.
some of the organizations I've talked about, and
Hmm.
like I said, it's hit near the emotion because is being able to reach out and really help change lives. It's like I said, some of the veterans one is one that's very close to my heart.
Yeah. Animals and community and family
Mhm.
and friends can do so much to help so
Yeah.
many different
Yeah.
groups,
In fact,
people,
you know what?
and
I can give one example. Sorry, because I know it's been published on YouTube, so I know it's okay. Is like we've taken our animals over to the Georgia War Veterans Home
Mhm.
downtown and seeing those elderly people that are just there confined. I mean, uh, and I say this not to put a plug in for our own channel, but if you really want to see some expressions, and a lot of them on our channel, the Elduets Farm.
Okay.
Um,
I'll add that to the description box after we're done talking
yeah,
here
yeah.
too.
There's a video there when we went to the Georgia War Veterans Home a
Hmm.
while. It's a while back, but it's in there among our videos. Uh, and I don't know how well the video itself captures it because a lot of those people that a lot of them they can barely make expressions.
Hmm.
But if you're up close and you see them in person, just seeing them interact,
Yeah.
those are people that they can't even leave the building barely.
Right.
And I mean, some of them they had to be wheeled out to the courtyard where we had the animals.
Right.
But the stories they told, and I know we didn't capture that on video, but
Hmm.
I mean, I had some of them telling us stories about whether it be their times overseas when they were serving, or some of them actually grew up on farms and the memories it brought back.
Yeah.
Those there's some ones that really hit home,
Hmm.
and uh, seeing them who are out there alone, and
Hmm.
that's one of my more rewarding trips.
Yeah. My
Just
grandmother
the
has
open connection.
Yeah, my grandmother has dementia. And
Mhm.
right now, what she's really talking about lately is the farm life that she had and the
Yeah,
animals. She remembers all of how the animals made her feel and what they do.
yeah.
And, those are some of her fondest memories that she's talking about right now. So
Oh yeah.
animals, oh, they're amazing. They do amazing things for us. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, and other videos there too. I mean, I try to capture like when you see the kids interacting or adults
yes.
too. It's so precious that
Yeah. I love their little light bulb moments. Like you can almost see it. They're doing something like, oh, and they
yeah.
got like the
Yeah.
little light bulb goes off, so cute.
Mhm. I still
So,
remember probably one of the first videos I ever posted.
uh,
There was um, these two women who had never seen a donkey in real life before. I mean, they were grown but young women,
yeah,
and it was just. And I didn't even capture on video the best of it. It
yeah,
was. I started recording halfway through. I mean, I got their permission. They said that was
yeah.
fine. But yeah, it was just seeing them. It's like just
Hmm.
I couldn't describe it, but yeah, I mean,
That's so fun.
that's still rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me one.
Um,
I'm sorry. I got to step away 1 second. Just.
okay. All right, guys, let us know in the chat box. What would you want to do? What would you want to see first? I want to know what people are going to say. I think I would have to say the animals. Yeah, and then the gem mining, I would definitely. Oh, but I love escape rooms too. See, this is way up my alley. I want to go do it all.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's it. Is a lot of people they like to do everything.
I do,
Maybe
yeah.
all in one visit, or maybe just come back later.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, we have people who come see us at a certain event, and they're like, "Yeah, we did this last time. We want to do this and this time, or
Mhm.
we had so much fun. We want to do this again."
That is fun.
Yeah.
So, well, I think you've already told us about the new activities and expansions going on. You've even got the sign going up now.
Oh yeah. 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 They're up there. I'm not going to
Awesome.
go all
Let's
the
see
way
what.
out. I'm just going to say they're out there
I love wind
getting
chimes.
the sign up now. Well, I mean, they're
Oh,
they're making the preparations.
oh, they got the cherry picker out there. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
I've been in one of those.
yep. And there's our sign on the ground there.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
you must be so excited.
it is. It is exciting.
So Rebecca said she would want to do anything that her three young kids would want to do. They are age 8 and younger. So she would just,
Oh yeah.
you could pretty much do it all. Maybe not the escape room, but
Yeah, no, the escape
she's
room
got a
is great for
2-year-old too.
how old was the youngest again?
Two.
Two. Yeah, the escape room. Well, I will say I've had 2 year olds go in there.
Of course. Yeah.
Um, I'm I'm going to tell you straight up. You bring a 2 year old in there, we're not going to charge you to take them with you. So if someone's thinking of that, I'm like, I don't want to pay for my 2 year old to go through. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now. Here, it's on video. You got a 2 year old.
Bring
We
them
don't
along.
have an official policy on that, but we'll honor that. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
uh, that they can just go along.
Right.
But
Super
yeah, the
fun.
older ones, like I said, they're probably not going to complete it in the
Right.
time, but they still have fun with it. I
They
mean,
can
that's it.
help and
I've had 3 5 year olds go in there and they have a
oh,
blast, and it's
beautiful.
like depending on the adults that go with them, sometimes they
Mhm.
solve it, sometimes they don't,
Yeah.
but they have fun.
Right.
And yeah, even though it is an Egyptian tomb, I don't remember if I actually said it is family
Yeah.
friendly. It's not. I mean, as long as they're okay with things like plastic bones,
Right.
it's got like just enough creepy to
Right.
set the tone,
We,
but not so much that kids get
yeah.
nightmares of it.
So you finish the escape room, and then what better way to go home and pull out a book or something and talk about what they learned or what it is, right? Like,
Yeah. Or if I will say, if you get too stressed out about it, then, or if you're just having fun and you just want to relax afterwards,
Mhm.
we have mini
Ice
melt ice cream and a massage chair.
fun. So I just realized you are the massage therapist there.
Oh yes, yes, we have
I saw that on your
totally forgotten
website,
to
but
even talk about that.
I didn't even put like two and two together until you said you pronounced your last name, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's me. I've actually been a massage therapist longer than we've had Elduets Adventures and Events.
oh
That has
wow.
been, I've been doing that over 12 years.
Okay.
So, which, that kind of, that was actually part of the factor, honestly, in us closing our business for a little while. I mean, the biggest thing was, of course, my wife being pregnant with our fourth child,
Right.
which was why we actually closed. I don't remember if I said that earlier. It was because I got my training in massage therapy, and I was I've had to deal with a few health issues stemming
Right.
from the military service, and so there were physical limitations, and the massage therapy kind of took the need, covered a lot of our financial needs,
Yeah.
and doing that part time versus having the store full time for children. So we decided to make that family decision, even though the store was being pretty successful, to step away from that for a little while, to so my wife could come home and take care of the 4 children, make sure I was getting the health care I needed. And I just continued working part time as a massage therapist. But
Mhm.
now that the children are older, that's actually how we've been able to get all of this going, is because this is the whole family working together.
Right.
3 of our 4 children, one is grown and he's actually gone off to the Coast Guard Academy.
Wow.
I'm
Congrats.
proud of him, even though he's not in the family business. We're still very pleased with what he's doing. And the
Yeah.
other three
Important
children,
thing.
yes, as well as our son and my son-in-law, he is. They're all working with us in the family business here.
Oh, that's great. I love to hear that and see that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your vision for Elduets Adventures and Events for the next 5 years? Where do you see it going?
Yeah. Well, I do
That's
have
tough.
that entrepreneurial perspective of understanding that a lot of variables come up that you don't see.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, it is something. Honestly, I do work partially. I do have there is a plan, but I will say, the overwhelming part is honestly, uh, goes back to a proverb I know, that where man lays the foundation, or humans lay the plans, but God carries out His ultimate plan, and so what I see us doing is continuing to grow. I mean, what I know, we haven't taken like full tour of the store, of our full facility here yet, but we actually already have expansion plans. I mean, you can probably see like our wall there, where where our store ends.
Okay.
Uh, we actually already have plans in a few months to step that out, to grow, to represent more countries, more local artists.
Oh.
Actually, use this for more for the outreach that is in development,
Hmm.
and add more activities as well. So, and of course, what you're seeing inside, this is basically right now primarily the retail portion. Our activities are actually out under, I don't know if you caught the awning that's outside. So it is weather protected, but it's still part of the outside as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so yeah, I mean, we want to continue to refine our processes here, make it take what's here and make it better, improve the
Mhm.
experiences. Uh, uh, yeah, the I will say, well, see, some things are still in development, so where I'm
Okay.
not really in a position to explain all the details, but I will just say that we've got our eyes on some virtual reality, augmented reality
Oh,
options
wow.
coming in the future. So I know it's kind of funny because all of our development to this point has focused on being unplugged, but we realize there are some modern tech uh, places, things that can be developed.
Yeah.
Some things that we have not seen in the area. So that is one thing. Some developments in the technology with the with the gel blasters.
Hmm.
It's something I know we haven't even shown it here, but for those who have seen it, and when you do see it, know that there's actually some advancements coming in that
Oh,
as well
fun.
to enhance the experience way beyond what's already here.
Right.
Uh, of course, as far as the gifts and that, I mean, for those who come in now and you see, I mean, the feedback we get is like, there's so much to see here, so much to do, so much to do. People talk, I mean, using customers' words, it's like you can find something for almost anybody in here.
Okay.
But it's like, this is nothing compared to what we even already have contacts for, and we know how to
Right.
find more contacts. It's just, yeah.
Right. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying not to be too open ended, but it's just there's so much coming.
Yeah. Right. Well, wow, I've kept you already for almost 45 minutes. So, was there anything else you want to tell us or show us before we let you go? And then you can grab your
Um,
video for your thing too.
I don't know. There is so much. I mean, it's
We might have to
you,
have a part two.
yeah, maybe. I mean, as you saw, I mean, of course, these are wind chimes. We got a variety of wind chimes, both from USA and
Oh,
abroad.
yeah.
Uh,
I love wind chimes.
yeah, I mean, I'm going around here. I tell you what, you just tell me if I should pause and show anything in particular.
Okay.
But yeah, this is,
Oh, wow, neat.
yeah. We have food items too, and I mean,
Okay.
like most of these items, actually, nearly everything here. Actually, I think
So,
everything of the food items is all U.S. made. A lot of
okay.
them
Is
we
that
connected.
jerky?
Yes,
Uh-oh, I
yes,
might
it
have to
is.
go in there. That's my husband's favorite.
Okay, and I'm sorry. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I'm doing the
We're fine.
the mirror image here. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Sorry, where is it? Sorry, bear with me. My momentary technical. See, this way I can see what you're actually looking at. I had it on
Yeah.
the other screen. So this jerky, this is U.S. made jerky,
Hmm.
and as you see, it's all natural ingredients. I'm not going to zoom in on the ingredients specifically at the moment,
Yeah,
but
no.
let's just say you read them. This has the cleanest ingredients I've literally found of any jerky that
Right.
any commercial jerky I've made. Uh, yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
just grab one real quick. I mean, if you can see, there's like,
Not a ton of stuff. Love it. Yeah.
yeah, you can read all the ingredients. As it says, it's natural, no high fructose corn syrup, no MSG. I can't remember if all of them are gluten free, but at least most of them are. I think they all are. Even ones like the teriyaki are actually gluten free. And so I will tell you with this, it was the ingredients that got my attention on this, but it
Hmm.
was the taste that sold us.
Oh,
When I found it.
good.
Yeah.
Fun.
Uh, Anyways, sorry not to linger too long on the jerky, but it really is something. I mean, I like jerky too, but
Yeah.
most jerky gives me a headache if I have too much. This I
Oh.
haven't. I can eat until I'm satisfied, and I don't
Right.
get the migraines or other things. For those that like peanuts too, I'll just show this real quick. Is these are actually grown out on small family farms in the Midwest,
Oh,
and they're
okay.
fry roasted, which is a type, as I found from experience, most people have never even heard of, including myself before we found them. But they're cool because you can actually eat the shell even.
Oh, wow. That is
Yeah,
neat.
yeah. And cheese straws, I know, are another popular one. These are some
Oh, yeah.
locally made cheese straws. And elderberry, that I actually know the woman who formulated those.
I
It's
think we
all
actually
organic.
talked to your daughter one time about the elderberry while we were standing at the fair.
You may have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we use ourselves. We
Mhm.
actually grow our own elderberries, but we don't have enough yield to last the whole year. And so
Yeah.
when we run out of our own, this is what we use for our own family. So, uh, anyways, like I said, stop me if you see anything. Got a bunch of classic US made toys.
Well, I think we should leave some surprise for them to
Okay.
come in and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll leave more. Let me take a
Oh,
quick
either.
look out here where they're at. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still
Still working
okay.
on it.
Yeah, they're still working at it there.
Great.
This out here, I was going to show real quick. This will leave some
Yeah.
surprise because it's not set up yet. But
Hmm.
this is where the activities are going to go.
Okay.
So we'll have like the gem mine and the mini golf out there, among other things.
Hmm.
And uh, we're putting up a fence there to kind of section it off and make it somewhat secure.
Right.
So, all right.
You were doing
Oh,
great things in there. It looks great.
thank you. Thank you. All
Wow.
right, let me get back. All right.
Perfect.
Oh, sorry, scare you with my face there.
You're funny. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, whether you're watching live now or watching the replay, put them down below. I will try to get a hold of Robert and get some answers if you have, any questions. And I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you all for being so patient. I'm sorry. Sorry if I got a bit wordy, but it is a lot of things we're real excited about. And
Mhm.
yeah, if you are interested in seeing I'll put in my one shameless plug there. If you're interested in seeing the sign go up, I'm going to try to get a live later. If not, I will definitely at least record it and put it
Yeah,
on our own channel as well. So
great.
the
I'll add
Elduets
it.
Adventures and Events.
Perfect. I will add it to the bottom of this video when we get it so they can click over to that and good. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next
All
time.
right, and thank you very much for having me, Casey. I really appreciate it.
It was
Enjoyed
fun.
it.
We'll have to go in store next time so we can check it
Yeah,
out. All
sounds
right.
great. All right,
Bye,
thank
everybody.
you.